The committee is absolutely right to be training its sights on improper foreign influence in American politics and policymaking. However, there's no need to be searching for dark conspiracies of foreign influence. The overwhelming problem of improper influence in American politics today stems from two things. First, the fundamental failure of the Trump administration to enforce the existing tools we have to deal with foreign influence and to actively undermine them. And secondly, the president's business and donor relationships that compromise him in a way that probably has no parallel in American history. Let me discuss these 2 points. First, as regards the failure of the Trump administration to maintain the existing rules or institutions to deal with foreign influence. First, Attorney General Pam Bondi announced as one of her first moves that she would not enforce the Foreign Agents Registration Act. Perhaps that's because she herself had registered as a foreign agent for Qatar. Perhaps that's because the FBI director had failed to register as a foreign agent despite working for Qatar. I don't know. Second, that problem has been made worse by the decision subsequently in the fall through the National Security Presidential Memorandum 7 to weaponize FARA against political enemies, not to use it in a balanced way. Third, we have a problem indeed of foreign money going into American politics. We have record levels of dark money spent on American politics in the last election cycle, $1.9 billion. How much of that is foreign? We do not and cannot know. But we could solve that problem by passage of the Disclose Act, which would require not just disclosure of all donors, but active prohibitions on the means of foreign money coming into our elections. Fourth, the administration has actively undermined the agencies and programs designed to combat foreign influence. It has attacked the Inspector General system, with the president firing 2/3 of the presidentially appointed inspectors general as of October. The agency is intended to deal with things like fraud and improper foreign influence. It has slashed staffing at the IRS by a quarter, including a quarter cut in the nonprofit tax-exempt division. It has virtually closed the Justice Department's public integrity section that deals with, among other things, efforts by foreign governments to improperly influence public officials. It has shuttered the anti-disinformation offices at the Departments of Homeland Security and State. But all that pales in comparison to the problem of foreign influence that comes explicitly, overtly, and in all of our faces from the president's business and donor entanglements. These include a recently disclosed Wall Street Journal reported business partnership with UAE through the president's affiliated World Liberty Financial, which effectively pocketed $187 billion directly in the president and the president's family's pocket. It involves the Trump meme coin, of which the largest purchaser is Justin's son, a person facing SEC enforcement now paused. It involves the donation of the $400 million valued plane from the government of Qatar for no possible purpose except to influence the president. It involves 2 Trump-branded luxury projects in Saudi Arabia, probably throwing tens of millions of dollars to the Trump family in exchange for just a brand deal. It involves the Saudi government spending billions of dollars and the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner's investment fund, despite the government of Saudi Arabia saying it doesn't believe he's got any investment acumen. It involves also now the new efforts to fundraise for the Ballroom and Freedom 250 through using tax-exempt structures and accepting money from corporations and possibly foreign corporations with business before the government. Addressing the challenge of improper influence in the United States requires a fundamental U-turn from what this administration is doing, as well as work from this Congress. We can and we should have effective instruments to address undue, improper foreign influence. They have to be administered robustly, but also fairly and without regard to point of view. Right now, however, the Trump administration is actively degrading those institutions, rules, and policies while simultaneously threatening to use them against its political adversaries. Our democracy needs a complete reversal. Thank you.